Hey, you guys! It's Alyssa on It's Alyssa on BadMomJokes, and this is my friend Kira.
Hi.
Say hello. She's amazing, and I'm so excited. She's like, I haven't done this. What am I doing?
I don't know.
It takes a lot of bravery because my friends, I'm just like, come do my video. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, it's gonna be fun. Come. So here she is, and she's so fabulous. The amazing part about, I'm just gonna like move in on us a little bit. The amazing part about Kira, so I was thinking about this today. Last year, so our kids go to school together, right? They're in the same class now, and they're insane. But they match up perfectly.
Yeah.
Their insanity is like boop, 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 boop. Last year, our kids were not in school together, and you were one of those moms I pass in the hall every day.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, hey. And I didn't really know your name, but I'm like, she's so cool.
Aww.
She's like one of the cool
well,
moms.
We would always have the moments where we would pass by and be like, somebody would
have
be like, we wanted to say something, but I was always like, I gotta go.
Me too,
then,
but
like,
I felt you were on the level, you know? Like, I'd be like, she's cool. Like,
just walk by and be like,
yeah, we're just like, hey, I get you, Mom. And now I'm so excited because our kids are in school together in the same class.
Yeah, they love each other.
And they love each other, and I get to see her more now. And now we're like, now I know your name, Kira.
I know, right?
I know your kids' names. I see you every week.
Both of them, yeah.
I really look forward to seeing you every week because our kids, they take an acting class together, and it's so adorable. And then we get some mom time.
We get some mom time, and then it gets all erased when they come out of class because they're like,
yesterday they came out like just Tasmanian devil, just. And this is the point of this video. Oh my gosh, like I look awake because I took a shower and I put on makeup, but Halloween on a Wednesday is so effing brutal.
Have Halloween on whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then they have all these furlough days where they want you to take days off school.
That's
like
true.
just a random there's
Like,
no school on Monday.
Find
for
something
no
to
reason.
do with your child for a day.
Do it after Halloween.
Amen.
You
I
know?
agree.
And then I'm like, am I the only mom walking around with a red Solo cup? But everybody's out there with
everyone parties.
Their wine and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
And all the parents in the morning are like sunglasses.
Yeah, and the
just
kids are a mess from too much candy.
Oh my God,
no
nobody
sleep.
goes to bed before
And all the
10:30.
moms, like everyone was irritated at pickup. They're just like, oh,
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
and
Stupid.
I think it's so funny because their teacher, who's been a teacher for probably like 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. She straight did not show up.
I noticed
She's like,
that.
I'm taking my day off.
I think
This
Miss
is the day.
Chin might have
This
gone,
is the day.
Had a little Halloween.
No, I think she's like, F that. I'm not gonna
She
wrangle
doesn't wanna deal?
5 and 6-year-olds the day after Halloween. This
That's
sorry person.
I don't want to deal either.
The sub looked scared. Like
Yeah.
he's like,
They were like ping pong balls, like bing, 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 bing. I'm like,
Yeah.
have a good day, Mr. Glenn.
Exactly.
Good luck.
yeah. My husband does drop off, and he introduced himself. He's like, that's my son Declan. He's gonna be hard. Like, just trying to put a face to the name, like giving you a heads
You're
up.
gonna be saying his name a lot today.
Yes, Declan! Yeah, exactly. I couldn't believe it. So my son stayed up till 11:30 on Halloween, and he stayed up till 11 last night.
You did?
He's like, I'm not tired.
No.
I was so tired, I couldn't put him to bed. I was just on the couch. I'm like, go to bed.
My poor
Go
kids,
to
I was
bed.
at the dinner table like, how was your day? And they're like, good. And I'm like, great, no elaboration. Eat your food, finish up, we gotta go to bed.
Hey, at least you were at the dinner table. I'm more like, here's some TV and a tray. Like, have fun.
Usually we eat that way,
Yeah.
but last night was spaghetti, so I was like, all right, we got
Family dinner night.
Also, it depends on which table is cleaner.
Got it.
Sometimes the dining room is cleaned off from the morning still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes
it's
full
bills.
of, like paperwork and junk and toys.
Don't
and,
even get me started.
You know, random laundry.
Yeah.
And then you're like, coffee table
Yeah.
downstairs. This is
I-
how we're eating.
Yeah, I haven't dealt with my paperwork since the start of school. It's gotten,
Really?
guys, it's so
Yeah.
bad. Like, I'm editing, and I'm doing this channel, and I'm like Instagramming, I'm like, this is all so important. But it's like, I think maybe some of those documents might be. Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, my husband is pretty good about staying on top of the bills, so it's not like anything too bad is gonna happen. But occasionally, there's something that's in my court, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that Yeah.
No.
Taxes? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God. You
Sorry.
reminded me.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
do
be
have to
tax
make a
time soon.
Payment to the tax man.
I know.
See, that's my job. Like, my husband is good
Yeah.
at, like, making sure it's all
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
But then I have to make sure that it, like, happens. And then he'll be like, hey, where's that,
Got it. You have to be on the
registration renewal.
And how
like,
is that for
oh,
you?
I know exactly where it is. I'll look for it later when you're at work.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So my husband could never put me in charge of that stuff because I'm a creative type. So it would irritate him so bad if I missed a deadline, before him, I paid all my bills. I balanced that was back when you balance your checkbook.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's easy to balance your checkbook when you only have $365.
Exactly.
You're like, I went to Target.
paid my rent.
I can't buy all my groceries.
Exactly. So I was on top of it, but I did it the Alyssa way, which is like, if I get an occasional parking ticket or if I miss something, just call up and deal with it. It was just like human error. I just assumed that everyone had a certain percentage of human error.
Yeah.
And my husband
has 0%.
Zero. And zero tolerance for someone. Did I see a shadow? Domino! Come here, Domino! I just saw her shadow go behind on the wall. Come here! Do you want to? No,
there really is a dog right there.
There really is. You guys, some of you might know my Domino. Momo!
Oh, hi.
She used to be the star of the show. Well, actually, before she was in my life, I had a cat, so she was a star. And then, like, I had all these stuffed animals that I played different characters on one of my channels. And then Domino came, and then she was the star, and then I got kids, and no one's seen Domino since. Poor Domino.
She's like, I'm out of here.
I feel like now that the kids are getting bigger, though, and you have a dog, so correct me if I'm wrong. Now that the kids are getting bigger, I'm looking at her, and I'm like, it's our time again.
I have conversations with the dog.
I do
like,
too.
Remember when it was just me and you, the dog barked twice a day?
I know, I'm like, that's gonna happen again because they're gonna leave us. They're not gonna want to hang with me. And she's kind of looking at me like, I don't know if I'm ready to forgive you. You know what I mean? Like, you neglected me, and I don't know if I'm there yet.
But I do guilt presents, like
do you?
Guilt snacks.
Oh.
And she's not supposed to be on the couch, according to my husband.
Oh,
we
really?
switched out the cloth for leather.
What he
and
doesn't
I figure
know.
out, like,
He'll never know.
He'll
never know.
I'm like,
yeah.
Come here, girl.
Unless she, like, scratches. You have to file her nails down because that'll scratch the leather.
And put, like, a little blanket down.
Yeah.
Come here. But then when the door opens, if it's the kids, she kind of, like, looks, and then she's like, I'm cool. But if it's my husband, she'll, like, climb right down. I'm like, get down. Reaching all the fur off, like,
I love it. I love those little things that we keep secret.
Yeah.
They're so benign, you know, but it gives you that thrill.
What's your secret?
So it used to be my secret, and now my husband's just like, I know it's happening. So he hates eggs. This is so random, but it sounds so silly. But my husband, he hates eggs. Like they make him. He calls it wovophobia. I don't even know if that's a thing. You guys, I don't know if it's a thing. Oh wait, I just kicked the tripod. Sorry guys. Earthquake. And I like eggs, so he would be really upset if there were eggs in the house. So
like in the house,
in the house, in the fridge. He hates them. He's come a long way though. And so when we were first dating, I'd have to hide the eggs. And this is the big betrayal. So he wouldn't kiss me if he knew I had eaten eggs for the day. So I had to eat eggs when he wasn't looking and not tell him and kiss him.
Brush your teeth.
I would not brush my teeth.
Oh my God.
And to this day, he doesn't know. If he knew all the times I kissed him after I ate eggs, he'd be like, ugh.
Is he gonna watch this?
No. He doesn't watch. I can get away. In fact, today he was gonna come back and like work. His dishes are his, and there's like you saw my dishes. It's like, and he was gonna come back and do the dishes, and I was like, don't come back and do the dishes because I can't talk about you if you're here.
Right.
Because so it's like, but he'll never. I mean, there's so much to watch. He's so behind.
But have you ever like been like having something, you know, and you're like, oh, this drives me crazy about my husband, or thank God he's not here because blah blah blah, and then he's like, hi, I'm still here, I haven't left yet. Yeah, if you guys go back 2 weeks, it happened in this video 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he's like, I'm here and I can hear you from the back. You can barely hear it. You guys, when you watch this, you should go back and check it out. It was when I was talking to my friend Ellie, so if you're looking for that one. So there's a ton of things I want to talk about today, and
one of the things is you're not feeling well. So can we just like thank you so much for coming and looking
Sorry for the sniffles.
Honestly, if you had not told me, I mean, I would not even be able to tell. So thank you for doing your thing.
It's the NyQuil Dayquil. So I woke up with like a NyQuil fog, you know, and you're just like, oh God, I shouldn't have gotten hammered. And you're like, wait, I didn't.
I did.
Oh, NyQuil.
I got hammered.
It's like, better cover that up with some Dayquil and get ready real quick.
That's funny. Yeah, you have to like, it's like the coffee alcohol balance, right? That every mom knows about. And you were so funny because you're like, I'm hopped up on NyQuil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have this joke, and it's like how sleep deprivation makes me feel like I'm high.
Yeah.
And how like sleep deprivation is the poor mom's cannabis. And we were talking about this yesterday. I was saying how I'm so glad I smoked a lot of pot in college because I know how to function high. Because now that I'm a mom, it's like only a mom.
It's like being stoned.
Only a mom knows how sleep deprived you are. And I go through my day, and I think if I hadn't been high so many times in my life, I'd be like, I can't do this. I can't do this. But instead, I'm just like, it's cool, Alyssa.
No, I took the back roads over here. I got in the car with my like Dayquil buzz.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, this is awesome. And then the other part was like, okay, I don't know if you should be driving.
Like,
so
go
I took
low
all the
key.
little side streets. But then I put on some Hawaiian music.
Nice.
And I just was like, just drive slow. Pretend like you're stoned.
Because you're practically a local. So you know the route where no one's going to bother you. You got to know the route where, I mean, I'm not encouraging being stoned or drunk and driving. But if you're sick and you've had a little bit too much Dayquil, NyQuil, whatever combo, not enough sleep, you got to know the back roads.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Being sleepless is the same thing as driving stoned.
It's true. In fact, I think the statistics are that more accidents and deaths have happened because of sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you tell people? Like, go get some sleep? Like, you can't regulate that, you know? Yeah.
No, they equate it with being drunk.
Absolutely.
The sleeplessness, yeah.
Absolutely. I do the weirdest things. Like, I put my keys, I feel like I put them in the fridge. Like, I just do the weirdest stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah.
But that's also some stoner stuff. Like throwback, like when you can't
think
find
there's
stuff, you're like,
residual.
I know it's probably not in the freezer, but it could be. I'm gonna check.
You're like, oh wait, there's my pot. I'm good. Sidetrack. Like, now I have a new priority. Here's the thing: is there a point at which you've smoked so much pot in your life? Like, I haven't smoked in years because it's just not in my life. It's not on purpose. It's just not happening. But is there a point where you smoke so much that you can never really get rid of that, how it affects your brain? You know what I mean? Do you think that's a thing?
Probably. I mean, like my mom says now, she's like, I don't need to smoke. I know exactly. She's like, I can just like, go there.
There's like just THC.
I don't need to do it. Yeah.
In my
She's like,
blood.
I can just like meditate for a second and then be like, I'm stoned.
You guys, and that moment of being like perfectly stoned in nature.
Yeah.
Is just like the best. Like out. And here's the thing, because I'm from a rural area. You're from the city. You're from Denver.
I'm from Denver.
Yeah, so that's pretty
We're
populated.
like 20 minutes away from the mountains, but like still kind of still in the city.
So would you go into the mountains?
Yeah, like Red Rocks is right there. So nice. I mean, you know, high school,
so you can easily
like,
get in nature.
You would drive up to Red Rocks.
And it's gorgeous. I've been there. It's gorgeous. So I grew up in a pretty nature, environment, oak trees, rolling hills, flowers. And so getting high with your friends and some of their parents, because let's face it, they're hippies, and on a full moon, out in a barn, I mean, it was just magical. It just felt right. Like, it felt like this is why the Native Americans, like, would smoke peyote and meditate or whatever on the stars. Moving then to, where was I? Orange County in college, and getting, like, really high off of someone's, like, way too large bong in the city.
And moving to California, you've never had weed like that before, probably.
So this happened to you, too, where you're like, whoa, this is
take,
way
like, two
different.
hits and you're like, it's like,
yeah, and you're like, I think I'm gonna sleep. Like, I can't function out there.
I have to leave this house, but I can't move off the couch.
No, you're like, my limbs are not on board. So that was my experience. And so then I had to learn Well, because, okay, full disclosure. I've never said this before. Full disclosure, my college boyfriend was a pot dealer. Like,
nice.
big pot. It was nice. A big pot dealer. Because it felt like that was an okay criminal activity, you know?
Right.
And it turns out now California feels that it is.
Yeah.
Because it's legal,
totally
which is so funny that I don't do it now that it's legal. But when it felt very illegal, what we were doing.
Right.
What he was doing, but I was along for the ride.
Along for the free bowls.
I mean, my life, it was just like I was in a High Times magazine. It was just, I didn't have to do anything. It was just always there.
Yeah.
It was great, you know? I was that girl that
Which
was
is
like
kind of funny.
stumbled
like, no
into it. I didn't know that about him.
Because that kind of happened to me when I was younger.
Oh,
too.
okay.
Like, I would never have to buy it because it was like people would come over, they'd leave.
It's just kind of everywhere.
They'd take you out, then you're done for the day.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, you'd see your other friend who would come over and smoke. Like I've really bought weed like 3 times in my life.
Same.
And then I managed a dispensary for a little while. So
Did you? I didn't know that.
You know, people are like, do you have a bowl? And you're like, do you want earwax? Do you want oil? Do you want hash? Do you
I
want
didn't know that about you. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I need to have you back with my friend Heather, who I think has this whole business where it's like hemp oil.
Oh, yeah.
You guys would have so much to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
That's all the products and stuff. So here's the thing. You just made me think that's so true, and that's why I don't smoke pot anymore. Because I don't know how to initiate. It's the same reason I don't have a dildo. I've never bought a dildo because I'm not the person.
You need someone to buy it for you.
Exactly. I can't order it online because I'm afraid I'm gonna have all these. I'm afraid I'm gonna have all these dildo ads on my page, you know, or or bad emails. And then I can't, I've been through the Hustler store on Sunset, and I just can't bring myself to
I'm just
earnestly shop and
bridal shower.
start asking which one actually feels good, you know, that's the bells and whistles, but does it work? And and I'm a woman, I'm not a teenager, what? Yeah, so anyways. So same with pot, and same with my husband, I guess. He smoked in college, but neither of us were really good at let's make sure it happens.
And then at our age, you're not going to go finding it. I
mean, we found it. We found it on the side of the road in a vial. This is when people were doing medical marijuana, and we're like, it looks good, and we smoked it, and it was the one time we got high. Oh, it was great. Yeah. It was a nice little head change.
Nice. Was it a little Grammy?
It was a third of that, I feel. And it lasted us 2 years. Yeah. No joke. It was so stale the last time. We just kept it in a little thing.
You're like, it's Christmas. Should we take a hit?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Germs. Laced. We'll take our chances.
We'll find out.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that was went way off, but I'm so glad it did because now I feel like I have so much more to talk to you about. So yeah, I don't know. I was just gonna thank you for coming, even though you're sick, and also say it's lame being sick as a mom because no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one's gonna take care of you. You still have to do all of your work. There's no sick day. How are you doing? It's been day 2. Everyone's sick from Halloween.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I mean, Ronan was sick, home from school. I have a 5-year-old. She's home from school 2 days.
Oh, no. Is she
beginning
home today?
Of the week.
No, earlier.
Well, no, because then I went in on Tuesday, and when I was writing Strider's sick excuse
Her
thing.
son, yeah.
The lady in the office came up, and she was like, oh, the district wants me to talk to you about absences, blah, blah, blah. I'm like... You know, but
the district that's falling apart.
Sorry, but she's 5, and if she has a fever, I'm not sending her to school.
Absolutely.
And they can come talk to me about that.
And that's the thing. Yeah, if they have a fever, my son has asthma. If he's coughing up a storm, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And it's crazy because we do at our particular school, we do have people that are chronically late and absent.
Yeah.
And then they come down. I mean, we're there every day.
Yeah.
We're in the trenches there every day. You volunteer every day.
People take their kids out for weeks for vacation.
Yeah. You're honestly, she is a mom superhero because you're there every morning helping with their library books.
I'm the librarian.
She is. So, I mean, that's that's volunteering.
Everyone watching is like, oh, great. I don't want her giving I'm like, what book would you like this morning?
Why? What, the kids?
Yeah.
They don't like it?
No, the kids love it, but any moms are going to be like, oh God, I don't want her giving my kids out library books.
Because then they have to read them?
Because they're probably think I'm a stoner all the time.
Oh, no. What, because you have tattoos?
Well, and that we were just talking about saying
Oh!
goodbye for the last 20 minutes.
Here's the thing. So I don't share this channel with anyone unless they're down. Like,
all right.
So there's a few moms that have asked about my comedy. And if you ask about my comedy and you say you like comedy, I will give you this channel. I will give you my Instagram. But if not, I don't share it because I'll tell you, that's one of the issues I've dealt with as a creative person is being truly authentic and being however I want and not caring what people think. And it's almost impossible to not care.
It's tough being a mom because you have judgy moms.
You have judgy moms, and let's face it, we're taking care of kids. And the concept of bad mom, which I've thought about a lot, can get scary really quick if you go in the wrong direction. And that's just, no one wants that. No one wants kids in danger. Like, we love our kids, and they are safe, and they are taken care of.
But there's also
I feel like there's people that get that.
Where you have to still be a person.
A person. Thank you. We are people too. We still have our same likes and dislikes, and dads don't have to balance that.
No.
Dads can just be dads. They can be cool dads. They can have a whiskey night and smoke cigars and play poker until they're just blazed.
But can you imagine if you went to school and you were like, oh my God, I was up until 2 in the morning drinking whiskey with my ladies.
Everyone would be like,
you're like, oh my God.
Tommy, come here. We're never going to go to that woman's house.
Like,
hey, pretty cool. Let's do that next week. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's my whole thing is, why can't we be more like dads? Oh my gosh, so this happened. So I've fallen off, but I used to be on the board for the fundraising team at our school, but now I'm just like, I'm that like mom that disappeared. I have a good excuse. My daughter was diagnosed with diabetes.
Still, I don't know.
I just disappeared. Like and that's not me. Like usually I would cancel and say, I can't do this anymore, but I just kind of was like, I just can't. And I just stopped. And they seem okay with it because they know everything I'm dealing with Raleigh. My daughter was diagnosed with diabetes, and that's been an adjustment. Anyway, so we're at a meeting. I went to one of the meetings, and this was when they do moms with muffins and dads with donuts. And I'm just sitting there. I'm so tired. I'm like, hey, guys, ladies, because it's all women. Well, there's like 2 dads that volunteer, and then it's all like uptight women. And I was like, can we just do donuts like the dads? Like, can we just bring a box of donuts? Like, why do we all feel like we have to bake muffins to hang out? Like, it's just more work. Like, it's just more work. And it's more feeling bad if you don't have the perfect muffin. And one of the moms is like, but the alliteration, moms with muffins. I was like, everybody knows that moms have muffins. Did you hear me say that? I was like, we all know the moms have muffins. I'm like, can we just call it moms with muffins?
But bring
donuts? Did you hear me say bring donuts?
Why don't you
and they're like,
muffins?
I'm like, you guys make life harder. Like, why are we making our lives harder?
There's still going to be, she can be the one mom that shows up on the Moms with Muffins with Donuts.
Yeah.
But like, that actually bakes
but
stuff.
Honestly, maybe we're the minority. Like, I'm starting to get, I might be the minority. Like, women somehow thrive off of this sense of overachieving and competing with one another.
Unrecognized overachieving. Because if I sit down and talk to my husband about how I like did so much
muffin?
because I baked that morning, I went to the school meeting, I helped out a friend, and it would still be like looking around the house like, but what did you do today?
Exactly.
Like, to me, that's productive.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I feel it's a productive day when I go to the grocery store and pick the kids up from school. Yeah. That's like, whoa, a lot's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, so crazy. Cheers. Cheers to that. Cheers to finding the moms that just want to buy the box of donuts. That's what I'm talking about.
Buy one. Yeah.
And by the way, if moms from our school are watching this, I say all this with love. Like, this is the thing about comedy that people, and this is why only if you're down can you hang out here. Because in comedy, and you understand comedy, you push the limits, you exaggerate. That is what comedy is.
You can't get your feelings hurt.
Like, I have a joke about butt plugs.
Personal.
I've never used butt plugs, but it's the funniest punchline for that joke, right?
Yeah.
And so if you come out to me afterwards and you're like, ooh, she's freaky in the bedroom, that's because you don't get comedy. Like, you don't get, like, let it go. So for moms that are like,
your feelings hurt because stuff that is going to be said that's mean.
Yeah.
But mean is funny.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like you're talking about any one person.
When you say I'm going to be
about,
funny,
like, people in general or moms in general, and you say me, like I'm saying this stuff about myself too. You know what I mean?
Well, and this is the thing, and this is why people say, oh, comedy's having some issues right now. I don't think comedy's having issues, but I do think if you say this is comedy, you kind of put your hat at the door of the critical, like, everything has to be PC.
Right.
And of course, there are lines you don't want to cross.
And you're going to piss people off.
Yes, and you're going to piss, but part of the joy of comedy is playing around with those lines and getting everyone to relax.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't on the record books. This is just for fun, you know? We're just having fun. We're just trying to, like, feel less bad about ourselves as people, you know? Right? Instead of crying, like, let's laugh.
Right.
That's my whole thing. Because there's a lot to cry about, so I'd rather laugh.
Right.
So anyway.
Get together with all the people crying and laugh about it.
And the reason I said, you're probably like, well, why did you say she knows comedy? Because you grew up in a household where you guys watched a lot of stand-up.
Yeah,
I think
we
that's
did.
so cool.
That was what we would watch. Yeah.
Because I have a blank slate. My parents, it was like Disney Channel, and that's it. I have no, like, Don Knotts was my comedic influence, you know, that's about, like, which is nothing wrong with that, because he's great. I loved him. But you introduced me to someone, because we have to talk about this. Judy Tenuta.
Oh yeah, she didn't know.
I didn't know. Of course I didn't know. It was in the 80s. Like the other day, I was telling Jesse, I'm like, look at this comedian I found, Paula Poundstone.
Oh
and he was like, how do you not know her? She was on everything in the 80s.
She
and
would
I'm
always
like,
sit on the stool and like she has
so
this
great
voice that like she could just say anything.
Yeah.
And then she's always talking about her cats.
I just was watching. Thank God for YouTube, because I don't have, and Jesse, my husband knows a lot about comedy too, and he was like, maybe it's for the best that you don't have all those influences in your head, because that could maybe, you know, but at the same time, I am an idiot when it comes to like, and there's just from like anything before 98 back, it's just like, you know, so I'm discovering for myself all these amazing female comedians, and Judy Tenuta. So you were sitting there and you're like, check out, you did like a, check out Judy Tenuta. And then like late that night, I was like texting you like, oh my God, let's start a fan club.
Ronan, my daughter, she wants to go to school in like these little frilly, giant, fancy dresses, but with like high tops that light up and like, you know, crazy hair. And I'm just like, I wish I could dress that way. And then it's like, why can't I dress that way?
I
live
know.
in LA. In fact, next time when I'm feeling better, next time we'll dress the way we want to dress. And like we live in LA, we should be able to do that. Well, and then I said, Judy Tenuta did it. Why can't we do it? And she said, who? And I was like, what? Yeah.
And I'm so thankful because she is a force of nature. I showed my husband, he had never seen her, and he was just like, whoa, she's such an amazing, so interesting, such an interesting, talented performer.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, why don't, because we had talked a lot this week about why don't we do what our daughters do and just dress exactly how we want? And this is why. Because we're too tired. And look at today.
Because I was gonna dress that way today.
Exactly.
And I was like,
we had so many plans. So we saw each other on Halloween, and you were dressed up with Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter.
You were like a sexy Mad Hatter. It was so amazing.
Oh, sexy, nice.
You were sexy. You had like the little hat and the skirt, like the Madonna frilly skirt, and oh my gosh. And we looked at each other. We're like, this is how we're gonna dress on Friday. And then instead, we're like, oh, we're too tired. We can't do that. So we will do another one, and we're gonna go all out. Maybe if I can get my friend Heather, we can all just be like,
that would be fun.
She would love that.
And
she just had a little baby girl.
Like some stale wine or something.
Yes, and we had a plan to do wine and like be full on alcoholics for an hour, and all of that was just like, no, not this week.
Which is funny because when I had my mom friend over and we were like, we're gonna actually be like bad moms. She was like, well, I have to get there early so we can get the buzz on, and then it wears off before you get the kids. And really, at the end of it, we were like, I feel like we were so bad. And it was like, we had like one hit of pot, one glass of champagne, and we split a cigarette. And we were like, woo! We felt like
ladies.
We had like partied all night.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. We were like chugging water, like, oh my God, am I going to be okay by 2:30?
Because we have to be so responsible all the time, 24/7.
Hurry up and
kids.
be yourself for like 2 hours. You got 2 hours to be your own self.
It really falls on you. Like my husband, he's like, thank you so much for what you do. But really, he can just go about his way. He sleeps when he needs to sleep, and he goes to work when he needs to go to work. And it's not like, the kids, are they feed him, you know, and he just doesn't have that responsibility. And you can't do it stoned. You can't do it drunk. I mean, God bless the mom that can, but the consequences are too high.
Yeah.
And this is my complaint. So I have a mom's club I'm a part of. And I went to a mom's night out last week, and here's my complaint. It ends at 10 o'clock. I'm like, ladies, I'm awake.
Everybody's
I have
tired.
makeup on. No, they're like, oh, my husband or my kid's waking up. But then I'm like, shut
the next day waking up. Right. Well, because the husband doesn't, my husband doesn't know how to get kids ready.
Right.
He does not, he's never had to do it. Not one
No,
single
my husband
time.
hasn't. No,
Ever.
Never. Yeah. No, I help him. The days that he does pick up, I help him. The days that I do pick up, I do it all. Yeah. That's just, I'm the full-time kid assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And I love my job though.
Yeah. I do too.
It is
That's
the best job.
All like other moms know, we can complain about this to the point where like young women are like, oh my God, I'm never having kids. We love it.
Yeah.
We love our kids. It's just a shit job.
I wouldn't want to have to leave my kids and go to work.
Right.
Like,
right. No, we've chosen it. That's true. That's a good point.
And I'm grateful that I'm, you know.
Yeah, but I have to say, I do like that we're moving towards a better equality between dad and mom, because I see how hard my mom worked, and I've definitely am in a better place than she was in the 80s. And I'm hoping that it continues to trend that way, because the truth is, just taking care of the kids is a full-time job. Just cleaning the house is a full-time job if you're doing it right. Just making the food is a full-time job.
Yep.
And if your husband were a single parent, there's so much more he would have to do or hire out. So there has to be an appreciation for what we're doing, and that it's noticed, and that there is still another adult helping with the household.
Right.
Like business.
Right.
Right? So I'm glad that people feel better about asking for help.
Yeah.
My mom didn't ask for any help.
Imagine being in the 50s when you had to do all the stuff all day
long,
and
here's
then get dressed and be like, oh, here's
it was so easy.
Your dinner.
Would you like
a cocktail?
I'm awake.
And I'm pretty.
Yeah.
But that's why they all did Valium.
Yeah. That's true.
They were all loaded.
Right. And just like chain smoking and cocktails.
Although
that sounds amazing.
Like, we should have a
because we had that ab fab conversation too. You're a fan of ab fab. Absolutely
need
fabulous.
Like a weekend where the kids are away for the weekend or something.
Let's do an ab fab sketch. Like, let's film something where we like do them as characters. Because here's the whole thing. I think there are some Americans that appreciate that sense of humor. But because in the large, American sensibility is so puritanical. So puritanical.
Sex.
Yeah, so what would really do well in the UK never would stand a chance here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I have a new idea. I had a light bulb last night. I think California is, I'm going to send this out into the ether. I think California should have its own station, like the BBC.
Ooh.
I think California is big enough. They say that we could be like a country, right?
The political views,
the like we're in the contemporary times, the world views, the ideas that we're not all just off the Mayflower.
Yeah. And
like with chastity belts, you know, like
we've moved on. Friday, so I'm gonna wear my khakis with my polo shirt.
Exactly. Not to knock a polo shirt.
Not to knock that, and if you're into that.
Because my husband's like Mr. Polo, but from Europe, like with the pop collar.
Your husband is awesome.
I love him.
He just walked off of like a John Hughes set. Like he's
totally
like straight out of John
the
Hughes
80s.
Like high school.
It's true.
Yeah, I saw him this morning. He's like, "Aren't you late for your call time?"
Yeah, it's true. And my husband, seriously, like all my women friends are just like, "Oh, I take him anywhere."
Yeah.
It's really I found a diamond in the rough. I won't lie. He's a good one. Yeah. He's one of the good ones, for sure. Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, the polo, like coming
from
Denver.
I know what you're saying. Like,
it's
I'm going
to
tuck
wear
it in.
The suit every day. Yeah. But then on casual day, it's like polo shirt.
I'm going to go wild.
Or for me, I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to move back home, and that was like a big reason why I was like, I can't.
Because it's more conservative.
Every job, yeah.
I'm like, it's all very corporate, maybe. Yeah. We're in Venice. So Venice is the opposite of that.
People are like, you wear your pajamas to pick your kids up from school? Like, I would never. I'm like, so many people do it.
Pajamas are very chic. Yeah. And that's the thing is, I think I feel more supported by our Venice community to do something like this because everyone's so down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're all like, yeah, of course we're people too with like a sense of humor. And they've been so supportive of my comedy, where when I was in Brentwood at a preschool, I think people, they were friendly, but it was kind of like, she's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, she's crazy. Like, check
Even
out her
though
YouTube.
if you got any one of them alone for like a couple of hours, I bet.
Yeah.
You know, everyone wants to
But I
pretend like they are that way, but then that's what I think, but then you meet people
But are they
who really
happy?
are.
Like, I
but are
don't
they
think
happy?
they're happy. I think they're like sad, you know, and depressed and like not self-expressed because they're afraid of judgment, you know. So
Yeah.
But let's put it this way: with our school population, I'm always like, hey, you want to come do my video? And everyone's like, yeah. And I think I'd be hard pressed to find a mom that would do that. They'd be like, oh my god, this I can't have this.
Really? You think
yeah.
so?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're like, I have to consult with my manager. I don't think, like, what's the day rate? Like, can I promote my book? Like,
That's true. Speaking of, I have a quick plug.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like,
so my husband's working on this movie. Check it out.
Yeah, no, but they could plug a book. I don't care, but it's like they're so worried about their brand,
Right.
as like Mandeville moms or whatever. You know, like,
That's true.
it's so gross.
That is
you
a
guys.
whole.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
And that's fine if that's what you do, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't understand
this is the thing. It feels so unrelatable and out of touch. Like, if one thing I want to be relatable. I want to say, hey mom, you're good. Like, relax, be a person, have fun. Don't try to be perfect. It sucks. It makes you miserable.
Yeah.
Literally miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Plus, it's impossible.
So what do you think of my idea about the California station?
I think you should do it. I think.
Yeah,
it's
I want to
perfect.
I don't think
But
I'm going to do it. I want to
What would the call sign be? It would be the
a palm tree, a couple palm trees, and a joint. No, I'm just kidding.
palm trees and a joint.
No, I don't think it would
And
just
a mom
be.
in,
I
like,
think
a
it would
50s
be
mom
like
in an
pots,
apron.
okay, but I do think maybe just like a couple of palm trees and like whatever the letters are that it is or something like, you know. But
Like
but I
very
wouldn't do it.
surfy.
Like, I wouldn't do it. I just think it's time.
That California should.
I think I think that there's like TV people out there or internet people out there that are trying to figure out the media landscape that's totally insane right now. And I think there's enough people to support that sensibility. Here's my thing though. California has such good weather, people aren't inside watching TV.
You think so?
So think about cold places. You can't leave your house, you're watching TV.
Well, but they would love to watch a California station.
But wouldn't they rather go to the beach?
Because you know what? No, if you lived in, like, when I lived in Denver, if I even knew that a place like Venice existed, I would totally watch that on TV.
And that's it. People
Because
don't
when
even
I
know.
moved to Venice, I was like, if I told people back home about the kinds of people that I've met, no one would believe me. Like, if I hadn't actually met them, I would not believe that people like that existed. Yeah.
See, I grew up in a small town, but just outside of Santa Barbara. So that's the whole town is similar to Venice. Where it's like that, it's cool. Like, I live so there's, you know, all the bands come through there. So I knew what was out there and I was like, that is me, you know? But that's insane to think that people don't even know.
No.
They don't know about us.
Wait.
Are we hidden?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have to pee.
Go pee!
Like, I'm gonna
Oh my
drown
gosh,
if I
go
don't.
pee. I'll go over my notes because
Okay.
I'm just like rambling.
Sorry.
I'm high on coffee and I'm sleep deprived.
I have,
Maybe
like,
I'll do this. I'll get political. I'm not really gonna get political, don't get scared. I really believe in, like, when I try to be political, you guys, it just backfires. I'm way better with comedy and just having fun, and I think there's a little bit of a delay. So if you're still watching this video, please hang in there and hopefully it's working. So here's my thing. I'm not gonna get political. This is completely bipartisan. Yes, that's the right word. So here's my only rant about this is, and I think everyone will feel me, we're just gonna get really real. Whenever you hear like, go out and vote. So first of all, I've always voted. That's just part of what I feel is my American duty. That's how I was raised. I learned in school about politics. So I just felt the least I can do is vote. Like, I just felt that was my thing, to vote, and I always feel really proud about it. But I know a lot of people don't vote, and I totally get it, because you hear things like, oh, just go vote, just like make the time, just that one day a year. But the truth is, you have to study all of these measures, especially a state like California. There's so many measures, there's so many politicians, there's so many local officials, to really be prepared to go in and with confidence vote for the people you know you want in office and for the measures you believe in. It's like studying for at least like a college midterm. Like, there is a lot of information, and this is like a thick booklet, and it only scratches the surface. So I feel you if you're feeling overwhelmed, and I want to say, hang in there, especially the moms. Moms, we're like in the trenches of life, so it's hard to take a couple days to like be like, shut up kids, and like go on the internet and figure out what you're voting for. But I do think it's really important. So I guess what I'm saying is, I'm not going to shame you for making you feel like, what's your problem? It's so easy, just go vote. It's not easy, you guys. It's a lot of information, and you need to feel sure, and it's tricky. I mean, like, you have to be an analyst to figure half this stuff out, or, you know, like, read between the lines and research, and there's documents, and everyone has a different weird hidden agenda. So I get it, you guys. It's hard. But that being said, so is living in a country that's run by corporations. So if you want to have a say in it, definitely do your homework and figure out what you're doing, because it's next week. I'm freaking out because I'm not prepared to vote. You know, so here's the thing. You know exactly what you're voting for?
No. I haven't even.
Exactly. So here's the thing. This is what I was saying. I want to keep it really real. People always make it sound like, go vote. It's so easy. Just go vote. It's just one day of your life. But it's more like studying for a midterm,
and
a
you
college
have to
midterm.
really be able to read, because sometimes the way they put stuff, you're like, ooh, I'm voting for that, or I'm voting against it, and it's like, no,
they just had a
like
really good argument.
Like things in there, and you really voted for the opposite of what you
exactly.
wanted. Yeah,
exactly.
So you do have to.
So I was trying to say,
I don't understand what it means altogether, I won't vote on that issue. But then as far as like, I'm sorry for if you're like Republican, no offense, but with the whole Republicans kind of have taken over thing, and let's face it, it's not going very well.
Right.
So it's not really like I'm being a dick, but I'm just like Democrat.
Yeah, and that's the tricky
I wish
part.
the Democrats would stop dividing. Like, get your little independent green people together.
Well, and here's the problem with the Democrats. And this is kind of, I think when Trump was elected, my whole innocent bubble of how great the world was just went boop. Like, I already knew. I knew about the turmoil like in Syria. I knew what was going on, but it kind of came down like just a ton of bricks. And here's part of the disappointment, is the Democratic Party is also a mess and corrupt. And so many of those politicians are also on the wrong side of race issues and immigration issues. And so it's like, oh, I understand why people are voting Republican, because they're pissed off at both parties.
Right.
And now, unfortunately, it seems that the Democratic vote is split. So if you look at ballots, there's always Democrats on the ballots,
oh my God,
and there's
like
one
3
Republican.
Things that people are voting
and they're going to split their votes.
Exactly.
And then the one Republican that's also maybe a white supremacist is going to get the vote. And it's like, that's also really scary, you know? Like, that's not okay. That's not American at all. So I'm actually disappointed in both parties, because I grew up Republican in a very red part of California. And I'm really disappointed in Republicans for losing their party to kind of really scary people. That's also a disappointment. I'm looking at Republicans like, hey, take it up a notch.
It used to be about like policies and, you know,
I mean, look, there's always been problems, but there was pretend moral fiber, you know?
Well, that's the thing now. Everything is kind of out in the open. Yeah. So I kind of feel like maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Right. Because maybe it'll bust things wide open, and people will say, wow,
we're broken.
It's really bad. This is really bad.
Yeah.
Like, things need to change.
Yeah. And that could be.
I'm noticing that Robin Hood just got released. A new movie, Robin Hood, is coming out. And it's all about like the revolutionaries and like people.
See, that gets me nervous too.
I wonder if these movies are going to start coming out, because
I'm
somebody needs to like storm the castle, and not like in a physical way, but like we need to start having like voices that.
Right. But that's what makes me nervous about Americans too, is we solve everything with violence. And I'm very unpopular this way is I'm not a Bernie fan because I just felt he was way too fiery. And see, Jesse, my husband, really thought he was so great, and I was just like, I think he's just gonna lead us into like a civil war, you know. And to me, I'm like, that's not gonna work for America either, you know. So I would love to see like some Martin Luther Kings or something like that, or
that's
Gandhis.
I mean. Like we need the Gandhis organizations that just kind of like
go, hey, love,
sit out in front of the White
House,
like
nonviolence,
assholes,
exactly.
Like,
but
and
instead,
we're not going to leave until you decide that.
Like human life matters. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, so that's that was my little because I'm stressed out, and that's my talk to myself to go do your homework, Alyssa, because you have time.
You should do a vote by mail, by the way. I always do vote by mail.
I don't do anything by mail.
It's so much easier.
I get that it's easier for some reason. Like, for example, my son works in entertainment, and you're thinking about doing this with your daughter. There's one office to get the work permit. It's in Van Nuys, and every time, twice a year, I drive to Van Nuys to do it because I did the by mail once, and for some reason, that's just... My mind I'm not a mail person.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe you're right with important things.
I just can't get in front of it. I'm just that creative. So I think we might, I don't know what's happening. I think we might have a delay, which makes me really sad. I hope. Please, internet God.
What happens when you have a delay?
So sometimes our voices don't match up to the image.
Oh, and they'll be like...
No, that happens too. Sometimes there's like the internet goes down and it gets glitchy. And it makes it unwatchable, and it makes me so sad. I don't want it to happen right now.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because I can see it kind of stuttering a bit.
Oh, okay.
And my phone's really old. Like, I need to get a new phone. It's really old and glitchy. So we talked about Judy Tenuta. We need to start her fan club. Oh, that's what we could do next time. We could, like, dress up like her. Oh, my gosh, we should just invite her.
We gotta do that.
We should just invite her.
We should.
She would totally come,
We'll dress appropriately.
Yeah.
We'll have like
shower. We can make a video. Be like, Judy.
Research. We'll have like our pictures.
We should make a video asking her to be on the show and send it to her, and then like dress up like her.
We're the president and co-president of your fan club.
We are the board of the Judy Tenuta fan club. Yeah, I even have hair like her. I didn't even know about her when I ended up like with hair like this. This is more like this is my reaction to the times.
Oh my God.
Like you said how you love being blonde. I used to be bright blonde, and I just can't do it right now because I have the bluest eyes, and I feel like I look like a racist. No matter what I do, African American people look at me and they're like, "Oh no, bitch." You know, like I'm like, if I smile too big, like it's just, that's exactly. They're like, just don't cross my path. Like, just get out of my way. You know what I mean? I'm like, I totally get you, and I know I look like that, and there's nothing I can do about it except not have blonde hair. It's sad. It's sad that we've gone to that. You know, like I was confident in blonde 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I mean, there was racism, but we were all kind of like pretending happily like that was not appropriate. Well, but now you're right. It's good to flush it out.
Now you can just be openly racist.
But I don't think you can, because you are holding a flag that makes you so unlikable.
But people don't care because they're like, our president is a total
You're right.
racist.
It is empowered
racist. If he's an asshole,
I see it in comedy all the time. There are racist comics now. But here's the thing. They don't get past the open mic because that is not the country. That is not what the majority of the country is. It's like no.
But now, if you are like that, it's kind of like
out in public, you feel empowered.
Person in charge. Now they feel like it's okay for to just be that way.
See, I'm not
better
okay
when they
with
were
it.
pretending to be cool people.
Yeah, and I wonder if I were African American, would I have liked it better when people were pretending, or am I happy now that I like not happy, but like. Yeah, that's right. I knew you were. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, let's get this out. That it's
get
been
it out
this
in the
way.
open and like,
and address it.
Yeah. No, I think it's better to get it out. Like
I think so
this
too.
Whole thing, maybe it'll be like a giant blessing
healing
in disguise.
I hope so.
Like you said, the majority of people are like good people.
I do have to say that Van Jones was right when he said this is a blacklash, he called it, I think. Like,
really?
Like having an African American president for 8 years brought out all the racism. Like how hard people were on him.
Well, it was so funny because I was talking to my friend who's black, and I was telling her, oh my God, I had no idea that
and she's like,
so many people still felt this way.
Yeah.
She was like, of course you don't, because you're white.
Exactly.
She said when she goes shopping, and she's 49 years old, she's got a master's degree, she always dresses professional.
By the way, you could be 20 years old and a dumbass, and you still should never be treated.
Be followed around.
Ever be treated that way. Yeah. No one should profile people like that.
No, she says she goes to a department store and she like is watched, you know, looking at handbags or something, you know, and she's like, yeah. So for her, I think that her thing was like, I'm happy that people like, she's happy that people like me can see it now.
Yeah, because now you, when I have to say that's true about the sexism too. Because before all this came out with Me Too and Time's Up and all these movements, I would tell my husband how I felt as a woman and how I felt like enslaved by like, you know, this male-dominated culture. And he kind of looked at me like, you're imagining that. Because as a white man, I don't think he had any clue. And now that there's been all this awareness and he's read so many articles, he looks at me and he goes, oh yeah, I see it. But it took everyone, like a group think awareness.
Well, and now do you know about these guys who are like, all these men now are coming out of like, oh, she accused me of rape, and it's all these men like who are coming out like,
oh no, I have a song for you. Yeah, no.
And my husband was just like, I'm so sick of hearing these dumbasses. Like,
yeah, like, oh, you.
And I'm like, you know what? I can't go out at after a certain time. I can't go out by myself, or shouldn't. Like, if I come home at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm parking on my street, I'm like over my shoulder until the second I get into my apartment. Like.
Yeah. And by the way,
how about this? Don't put your dick in someone while she's drunk.
I'm sorry, or when she's saying really? No. Yeah, and that's the thing is, and if you get attacked, it's your fault. And then if you talk about it, it's your fault. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it ruins your whole life some more. Yeah. So, and you're traumatized. You're broken.
And then you're like, I should just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, exactly. So I agree. And there's this woman who did this really funny song about it, like men should be really scared, and she's sarcastic about it, and like all the reasons that a woman's actually legitimately scared. It's really good. I'll send it to you. So one of my friends actually was on this and then sent it to me after our conversation. So you're gonna laugh so hard. And maybe I'll try to find it. I don't know, you guys. You go find it on your own. It was like one of those like Now This videos, you know. Judy Tenuta fan club. What else? Oh, really quick. We're getting to. You're like, ah! It's so funny because my on-camera persona is way more like, hey guys, than like in real life, right? And so you're like, whoa, who is this? She's on crack. But that's just how it is. I'm a YouTuber. That's what I do. Did you watch the Busy Tonight link?
Yes.
And you can be honest.
Here's what my initial thing was. I feel like she's trying to be a little Jenny McCarthy. Okay, there's like a little Jenny McCarthy that I think I see
Jenny McCarthy is from 90210. No, wait, who's Jenny McCarthy?
Jenny McCarthy, am I saying it right? Jenny.
You probably are. I'm just being a dumbass right now and asking.
Here I am. Oh, Mom, I'm out of the list.
Is she a porn star?
No, she's a comedian. Melissa McCarthy's cousin.
I don't know her.
Oh, my.
Was she big in the 80s?
Yeah. You would recognize her.
M-I-C, see you real soon. K-E-Y. That's all I know. Okay, so she's a comedian.
She's a comedian. She's married to Donnie Wahlberg now.
Anyway. I know the Wahlbergs. How can you not? I mean, 90s. That was 90s.
She was kind of like I think she started out on MTV.
Okay.
Anyway, she's
she's kind of channeling her.
She's got kind of like, you know how
some
female comedians can be a little bit too much like, here's my joke and here's the punchline.
Yes.
And she was kind of more masculine about how she's just really funny.
Okay, I'm going to check her out. Yeah.
Anyway, I felt like her delivery was kind of Jenny McCarthy.
Like she's been watching her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is fine, which is cool.
Well, and here's the thing.
Maybe a little
what else?
contrived.
Was there another? Yes. Were there other thoughts?
I don't know. I just think like, I don't know.
Yes.
I did have other thoughts, but
so
I
you
don't
don't think you'll
before I can
so you don't think you'll tune in every night?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're on the fence. Were you a fan of hers before? Did you know Busy Phillips?
I didn't know who she was.
Did you ever watch Freaks and Geeks?
No.
Okay. What?
How old are you?
Oh my gosh! Wait, Freaks and Geeks. No. This is because it never made it to Denver.
This is where being from California helps because it had 1 or 2 seasons. Did you see My So-Called Life?
Yes.
Okay, so you got that.
Yeah.
Okay. Freaks and Geeks. You're going to have to go back. Find it. I don't care how. It's so good. It's where James Franco got his start in that. Busy Phillips, I believe, is in it.
My sister used to watch
Ellen, is it Ellen, the one that was like the pregnant teenager, famous for that movie where she was the pregnant teenager?
Oh, right. No, I like her. She's like okay. She's like a little Janine Garofalo.
Yes, but to me, it's just like, if you don't care, I don't care. But I get it. I get that she's talented and done all those things. I think she was in it, and she was really good in it, by the way. So Busy Phillips was in a few things back in the 90s that I think have made her incredibly famous because it's like she's one of those people you want to see more of her and you haven't in popular culture.
Right.
So she's this amazing actress, and it's interesting your comment, and this is where, so here's the thing, you guys. I want this show to succeed so bad. Jesse's kind of like, it's unwatchable to him as a man, but I was like, I want women to find their voice in the world, so in American culture so bad. I really want the show to succeed. And here's where I think there is going to be a hiccup. She doesn't have a stand-up background. And it is a really tricky thing to deliver those. It's really hard, you guys, to deliver those opening monologues if you don't have a stand-up background.
Have the timing, yeah.
And it seems like such a simple thing. Like when you watch Stephen Colbert do his opening bits and his jokes, it feels like he's not doing anything.
Right.
But he's so fucking talented. He's so good. He's like butter, and he makes you feel warm inside, and he's so funny and simple. But to be that understated and perfect, it is such a talent. And it takes so many years to refine. So here's 2 ways I think the show could go. I think it could be more than she wants to take on to learn how to do this live in front of people and it be documented, because that's hard. That's why there's open mics, so you could do it in a dark room and no one sees how bad you are. No, seriously, like every comedian has had years of horrible stand-up sets, before they get to that point.
Right.
Or she's really up for the challenge, and she's, a tenacious, I don't care gal, and she's gonna improve and have a steep learning curve quickly over the next couple weeks. I'm hoping that. I'm hoping the latter. I'm hoping, because she had, which episode did you watch?
Tequila Tuesdays.
Was it the one, who was the guest?
Her guest was
it,
you're asking me this on Cold Medicine.
Sorry.
2 days after I watched it.
It doesn't matter. No one's watching this. We can be a hot mess. That's the joy of this. We can just be a hot mess for an hour.
It's fun.
Was it
say
with?
Hi to your mom, by the way.
Hi, Mom.
Mrs. Alyssa.
My #1 fan. I always joke about how like, oh, someone's watching. It's my mom. Hi, Mom. She'll be here next week, you guys. She's gonna be the special guest next Friday, and she's so cute. Last night she's like, I don't know if I'm right for bad mom jokes. She's like, I might say something that you don't like. Like, you're not a, like, I know, I'm like, Mom, the more controversy, the better. And I could just see her sitting there being like, you guys, she's not a bad mom. She's the best mom ever. I don't know why she's doing this channel. She tells me that stand-up is like stripping. I don't get it. Like, because my mom she didn't grow up with comedy. Like, she's like, why are you being sarcastic right now? Ouchie,
Oh my God,
she's
so
so
funny.
sweet. She's like Mickey Mouse is my mom. Not just Minnie Mouse, like Mickey Mouse.
That's hilarious.
So hi, Mom. Okay, so I think her guest was, what's her name from Frozen?
Sorry. Yes.
Yes. And I'm blanking on her name, but you all know her because she's on everything, to the point where I don't even like her personally, because I'm just like, oh, her again. Because I'm a performer and I get jealous. I'm just like, she just gets everything. She's just like the Doris Day of our whole generation. Like, fuck her, But she's really talented. I get it. She sings, she dances, whatever. She acts all day long. And she has kids and she writes books. I don't know, whatever. So, what's her name? Why am I blanking on her name? So that was the guest.
That chick.
Yeah. That chick that was Aunt Anna from Frozen.
Yeah.
So my daughter's in love with her. When I figured out she was Anna, it like ruined Frozen for me.
Did it?
Yeah, because I was like, shit.
All you can do
I
is
don't
like
love
just
Anna,
see her
because
face now.
honestly, in all honesty, it's jealousy. It's just jealousy. When you're jealous of, and I've learned as an adult, if I'm jealous of someone, it's really time to ask myself, Alyssa, is there something you want to do that you're not doing? Yes, I would love to be in Frozen. Disney. And they're like, we're not having you. You stick to your bad mom corner in California, okay? Ratings drop. As Whiskey Mom, I could play a bad guy. I could play one of the bad moms.
You should.
I should play. Someday I'm going to play a bad mom. Like, what's her name in Annie? Carol Burnett.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be the bad mom.
She's fun.
Yeah, I love her so much. I'm such a huge fan. So anyways, that was one of her better episodes. So it's interesting that you still picked up on the like trying too hard and the she needs to tighten up her delivery.
It was okay with me. Like I would tune in again.
Yeah.
And
I love her
good
night song.
See, I like her whole like cozying up on the couch with a mug of margarita.
I love that it's not
like
wine.
Squeezing the lime in there, like licking her fingers.
I love that it's not wine every night. It's like we're people, women are people. We like every kind of drink too. I like that, and I think that's the hard thing to balance. Like, how do we balance our femininity, that we like fashion, and not appear shallow and unrelatable? And that's the really tricky line that she's gonna have to walk because she's got money and she's white. Let's face it.
And as a woman, you still have to be sweet.
Yeah.
But
not obnoxious.
And not obnoxious.
Yeah, like maybe lower your voice.
But you can still be like cool and a little edgy.
Yeah.
And not so PC.
Yeah.
But there has to still be like
such
that
a fine
sweetness.
line. And that's what I was saying to my husband. I'm like, women haven't really carved that out. And he's like, well, what about Samantha Bee? I'm like, she's a man with women hair, with like a woman's wig.
With women
like,
hair.
Women hair. And he laughed because it's true. It's like and like Ellen, she's a man, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Ellen, but she is a man. She fits right into our man's
Oprah,
world.
But Oprah's a journalist, and she's very.
Oprah is her own enigma. Like, she's an alien.
Does.
Like, she gets to come down from her own planet. Yeah. Good luck.
She's amazing.
She is like she's one of those people. I don't really watch her the way some women do, but she's one of those people that it's like once in a lifetime, few lifetimes. Yeah. So you can't really. It's like Meryl Streep. You can't really be like, well, I'm gonna be the next Meryl Streep. It's like there isn't.
Right.
Like, for better or worse, unfortunately, they broke through the glass ceiling and now they're hovering above the rest of us, being like, hello down there, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm really rooting for Busy, like in a big, big way. I'm hoping that is like a thing.
We'll have to keep watching it.
I want to keep watching. And I'm trying to figure out, and here's the thing working against her. I think so many women are cheap. Let's just face it. We argue over every bill for like an hour for like 50 cents or, you know, when you go with women. Men just like split it. Doesn't matter how many drinks you had. They just split the bill and they move on. Women will sit there for an hour.
How many drinks did you have?
Exactly. One didn't drink and she's paying cash, and the one that did drink doesn't understand how to tip and tax, and it's a nightmare.
Oh, I'll tip with my cash and you can pay for mine.
And then someone bolted.
Can we just get 3 cards?
Exactly. And just split it down.
There's Kira and Alyssa like, we have to go to the bathroom. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Like,
bad mom.
They'll figure it out.
So I have this theory that everyone's too cheap to pay for E. Like, I'm like, how do I do this? I've been on YouTube. That's the only way I've been watching, so I haven't even seen all the full episodes.
I'll have to check I
forgot to check if you have E, because if you have E, we could just once a week like binge watch it. Yeah. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe YouTube streaming, and there was like this thing popped up that YouTube streaming is $22 a month. And I was like, for family, I'm like, no, guys, that price point is way too high.
I mean, at a certain point, you're like, I'm paying $22 a month for YouTube.
Yeah.
$20 a month for Netflix.
Yeah.
$20 a month for Amazon.
No. No, guys. Not when I can just surf the web and watch old, like, stand-up from the 80s, women that no one gave any shows to, so we haven't heard from them.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a documentary about stand-up. Female stand-up comics.
You should.
I'm gonna unearth them. That's my thing. Big thing, like my 20-year plan.
That would be awesome.
I think it would be really cool.
And you know who could go around? You could like go around to all these different places and find them, like wherever they are, like New York or whatever.
That'd be so fun.
Who would be a great co-host to go with you?
Who?
Judy Tenuta.
That would be so fun. Here's the thing about comedians. They are all about themselves.
Yeah.
They are so narcissistic. I love comedians. I love them. I love how honest they are. I love how crazy they are. But I'm more of like a behind the camera mindset. Like I like working as a team and how to make something beautiful happen. But comedians are so fucking self-centered.
So she would never go
I
on
feel
your
like she
show?
would be right
If it
on
was
board
her
for her
show.
segment. Yeah, but I think, no offense to any women out there that are comedians, but I think that they are completely like, just that they have to be to get to that point. They have to be so focused on their own act.
That's true.
So I think it would have, I almost think it would be cool if it were a guy. Like a funny, charismatic guy. You know, like a
gay
Pete
guy?
Holmes. Maybe a gay guy. Yeah, maybe a gay guy, or maybe a straight guy that seems gay, like Pete Holmes.
Or like Andy.
Like
Andy type guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like from
I
Conan.
love Andy, yeah.
Everyone loves Andy. What's
Everyone
not to
loves
love?
Andy.
Like, some people are just fucking lovable.
That would be like a good, first date thing. Like, do you love Andy from Conan O'Brien? And if they say no, then you're like, I'm out. Character flaw.
That's such a good point. That would be a great, like,
you're like,
on your profile, you have to love Andy.
No, if I can hang out with you, yeah.
I agree with that. I back that. I think you made me have a thought about the Busy Show in case anyone on their team is watching, because I'm going to try to be a super fan and like, root from the sidelines.
Yeah.
I actually have this secret thing where I want to write for the show. Like, I want them to hire me as a writer, but I don't know how that would happen. And I don't think they have a budget. I think he's like, here's your like tiny budget. And if you make this float, good for you, but probably not. Yeah, like we're not going to invest our own eggs, And I have this theory that Busy, because the set is amazing. You guys should watch it just for the set. It's so great. I love it so much. I love what she did. I feel like she put her own money into that. I have this gut feeling that she was so invested that she's like, I want to make this right.
I think we should keep watching.
I'm definitely going to keep watching because I'm rooting for it. I want women to find their voice as women, not as like trying to be a man, So anyways, so my other thing, if they're watching, this is like an hour in, so I have no idea. One of their writers, Tira, I think her name is great. She's super likable. She's very funny. I can instantly tell that she's like a part of the writing. I think she should go up on the couch more. I think she should use her as an Andy. Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Like I think there needs to be more layers so you can bring more people in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're not there for just because you're obsessed with Busy or you remember her from the 90s or whatever, or you follow her on Instagram, like I think there needs to be more reasons to be invested in the show. And Tira is funny and likable, and like all of her Instagram posts are like about all the food she eats, and like she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat this. Like she's great. Yeah. Did you notice them on the couch? Did she use them at all? She has 3 like writers on the couch.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, she's really
it was
great.
Late at night.
Yeah.
My stomach's growling. Sorry.
No one heard it. Yeah. It's all
It
good.
was late at night, and it was like 2 days ago.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
You're like, and
a lot's happened since then.
I was on NyQuil, so I maybe blacked out.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 2 more things. Are you doing okay? I've had you here forever. How are you feeling?
I have to eat soon.
You need to eat.
But
I'm always hungry on these days. You said my stomach growled. When you were a teenager, how horrible was it when you were with a boy and your stomach growls because it gets really quiet?
Why is that so embarrassing?
Isn't that a thing?
Funny.
Isn't that like a into YM? Like, just don't growl. And the more you think about it, the more it's almost about to growl.
The louder it is.
It kind of makes me nostalgic to even think about it. Like it's like, oh, remember when I cared that much?
And you can't hold it.
Now I'm just like, maybe I sharted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, I just spit on you. So the other thing is, so Kira came in with a clutch bad mom move the other night, you guys. So I mentioned that my daughter is newly diagnosed with diabetes, and I'm adjusting and I'm figuring it out. And not many people know what that's about. Know the heart attack that happens every day when your daughter or son has a low.
Right.
And you're like immediately have to get them candy or apple juice. And so we're in this amazing haunted mansion. So many people. It's Halloween in Venice. There's this cool, this guy decorates his house. I'm doing a live video, and then all of a sudden Raleigh's like, I'm tired. And she sits down on a chair, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Because my husband has her bag with the candy. It's all these people behind me. I'm like instantly need to get to him. And people are probably like, she just needs to go to bed. It's Halloween. Or she had too much candy. I have to say, there was one woman in the hundreds of people that looked at me, and she was like, do you have everything you need? And I said, yes, thank you, I do. And it brought me a lot of comfort that there was someone that knows why she has a bracelet on her wrist. Like they know what she needs. So I'm going through this, and I don't know if you realize this, but all of a sudden, like half of the parents and kids from our class just poured in.
Yeah.
All at once. So I'm doing a live video, everyone's pouring in, and a lot of them, bless their hearts, they're so loving, they're great people. They have no idea what I'm going through. And it kind of becomes this like pity party where I'm like, I don't want your pity, but I'm also in an emergency situation.
Right.
And I understand their perspective because that used to be me going, oh my God, that would be horrible. I have no idea what she's going through. But I just need to be like, address it and move on. So I'm outside the house on the curb. I got her candy, but I'm still checking her to make sure she's back up to a normal level. And Kira comes up. And her sexy Mad Hatter.
Raleigh's just crying.
She's screaming because I gave her candy
Alyssa's
and then
like,
she wants more. She's screaming. I'm on the ground. People are probably like, what is happening? She comes over with her coffee carafe and she's like, what did you say? You were like,
I said, hi, need some whiskey?
yeah, you're like, need some JB?
I was
And
like, actually, it's Jim Beam, sorry.
I was like, yes, I do. And I just took a swig and I'm like, you are my soul sister. You are my clutch bad mom. Like, that's all I needed was just like one person to be like.
You were like, wait, what's in there? It's just.
Yeah, I was like.
And I'm like, yeah. And she was
thank
like.
you. I was like, can you just stay by my side for the next 10 minutes? Because that's what you need. You just need someone to swoop in and be like, I got your back, girl. I got your back. She's going to be okay because you're taking care of her. But
Yeah.
we're on the level. And that meant everything to me.
Aww.
Sorry to make you sit through that because you're like, I'm just going to let her keep. But that really meant a lot to me. And I have to say, I ran into another mom after that. And then I was all self-conscious because I was like, oh my God, do I smell like alcohol? So I went from like being self-conscious about that to being it's like being
Oh, it's
a
so
mom
funny.
is just
I
being
just straight out say it
self-conscious.
because here I am. Like, let's
Yeah.
face it, I'm reeking of bourbon because I'm drinking straight bourbon out
You
of a
did it,
coffee
though.
mug.
You
And
really
so
did it.
every person that I hug, I'm like, hi, smell like Jim Beam, sorry. Like, just own it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and that's the
Halloween,
thing,
I'm
like
drinking
most
straight
of the
bourbon.
parents were drinking and I told Jesse as we were walking up, I'm like, we really messed this up. Like we should have koozies right now. We really messed up. We should have cups. This is like a local fun party neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then you rolled up with that, like right at that clutch moment. I was just like, I have a friend who gets me.
And I do think,
Yeah.
did the crying stop for just a second?
She's probably just like,
She's
whoa,
like-
look at the sexy Mad Hatter. Raleigh is so into fashion. I'm sure you just like bedazzled her, you know? Like, here I come.
I love
Yeah.
that outfit.
It's a great outfit.
I'm going to wear it.
So that
I'm
could
gonna
be
wear
your
it
Judy
next time.
Tenuta,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm putting it out there now. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm putting it out there in the ether. We're getting her in.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Anyways.
Hi, Judy.
Thank you. Yeah, we love you. We're nerds for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.